All right, something a little more picturesque. I am in the Plaza de Armas in Lima, Peru, and had it in mind to talk about contingency. I think last time it was. Beautiful place, though. If you haven't been to Lima, this is the old center, and you kind of have to go through a lot of. It's true in a lot of cities. You got to go through a lot of city to get to these old places, but they are, they're worth the trouble. And it's a Sunday, so there's a lot of folks out in front of the cathedral back there. And if you see just ahead of us here, there's a bunch of kind of cities kind of known for these ornate balconies, and a lot of competition to show wealth or whatnot. And I had said something about a stabilizer, but I haven't quite figured out how to use that, obviously. The thing about contingency in travel, contingency being chance, you never know what'll happen, and you want to roll with the punches as much as possible, and accept whatever happens to happen and all that kind of stuff. And it's always nice. You get out and see all kinds of things you didn't expect. But it's beginning to seem to me that the more people I speak to, the more some people are okay with contingencies, and those people tend to travel more. I guess because we expect that if we get out and about, we're going to invite change. Things that we never expected are more likely to happen when we get out of the house and go somewhere. And I guess that's true when it comes down, for philosophical types, when it comes down to a real chance versus determinism stuff. It could be the same in your own living room, that you could, if I turn left rather than right on my way to the kitchen, things will go differently than if I turn right and then left, and so on. Only one thing is going to happen, and so what's that going to be? But as far as travel goes, it seems like there's types that seem to want to get out and about and see stuff that's different, and maybe run into chance events that they never would otherwise. And it's just one of the many reasons people like to travel. And I guess in one sense, I think you could, more than a philosophical topic, you could do psychological profiles and kind of judge people, or judge yourself, based on how much you enjoyed traveling. Some people they get the bug. I'll come back to that. They get the bug and they just can't stop. They want to keep seeing as much as they can. They need a fix. They've got to get out, and I love getting home, but it won't take long before I want to go off to some new spot. So it's it's always interesting. I guess if I were to psychological profile myself, if that's possible, I'd say I'm definitely one of those people who needs to go out and see new stuff. I've been here before, and for those people who haven't been to Peru, I strongly advise leaving here, and not that it's a novel suggestion, but leaving here, going to Cusco, an old Spanish-style town up the hill from here, and then on to Machu Picchu, a great little town at the bottom of the valley called Aguas Calientes, and it's very colorful, very nice, a place to stay if you overnight. And you can take trains through the valley that leads up to Machu Picchu, and they've got those trains that are glass ceiling, so to speak, and so you get just great view. You can also, for the more adventurous of you, hike. It's like a 3-day hike through that valley. So if you have the energy, you know, and come with tent and backpack and all that stuff, or just backpack if you're brave enough. And because it doesn't rain a lot here, you know, it's pretty dry in this part of the world, and so it's definitely worth considering. Yeah, and here's the Central Park. A lot of police, probably fewer in this town than I've seen in other places. But you know, it's safe. A lot of times, I think that's true too. A lot of people don't want to travel. It's not just the contingencies of travel, but whether or not they're going to get mugged or whatever. So there's lots to see here, and I'll come back only because there's a difference between showing and telling, and I said a thing or two about contingency, but something came up since the last one that illustrated it well for me. This is the central part of it, and yeah, really nice. So if you get a chance, come on down.